on YouTube? Thank you for stopping in for another video today. Today's video is going to be more second gen content. As you can tell, it's a theme here. It's what we got going on, and it's definitely one of the top priorities right now, at least for me. Obviously the other stuff at the shop, other things to do, but right now I'm really trying to focus on this rather than the LLY. Now let me show you a problem you're probably already going to guess. Write down in the comments right now before you even do anything if you know what I'm about to say. For the most common issue with the second gen. When you think of a second gen, gas, diesel, 1500, 2500, doesn't matter. The most common issue. Hint, it's in the interior. And if you haven't guessed it yet, this carpet, as everyone puts to try and hide it. Oh yeah. Now this one has a little custom creation in there. Someone put spray foam in there. So, my guess is it was either A, to hold this carpet up from not falling down straight into there, or it was just to like stop some of the vibration that was happening. But we're gonna whatever you want to call this, constructionize the Cummins today, and we're gonna get rid of all this, put it right in there, and we're gonna get a new dash in here. Now there is a ton of options for dashes online. You'll find eBay ones, you'll find expensive ones, cheap ones, all kinds of different types of dashes. But from what I've found, the brand LMC, now I'm not sponsored by LMC truck, anything like that, but they seem to have the nicest, I don't know if they make it or they're just a distributor to it, but that's who I got this one through. It's supposed to be a nicer plastic. I mean, tough to, or it'd be hard not to beat the factory plastic, but comes with all the little rubber moldings around where it needs to seal off. Also got the bezel because the bezel cracks as well. We've installed a couple eBay bezels. Only thing you'll run into issues with is how the vents kind of fit in there. But if someone just wants, real quick, like you pull it out and just smash the pieces, as usually happens, we put it back in. If they don't want to spend a lot of money, $30 versus this thing right here was $180 with the vents included in it as well. So I have new one of these, new one of those, and this one is kind of going to be a pain to install. A lot of things got to come out. As you can see, there's a lot of bolt holes trailing the bottom of this thing. All the little screws there. And then the vents. From what I understand, the vents are the most fun part because your windshield's like right here and you got to access those screws right there. So, whoa. But if I didn't mention already, this whole setup here I believe is about $350 between the dash and the bezel. Now, as far as the interior goes and installing it, most of this is going to come out like, wow, I'm surprised it didn't just fall apart to pieces. As you can see up here, it's already broke, and it's just, yeah, like look, literally I just pulled on it and the whole thing just fell apart. So that's the plan, is to get working on this, and most of this will be a time lapse. I know this has to come off, steering column comes down. Some people take this whole thing out of the truck, but we're going to try and do it right inside, kind of save a little bit of time that way, hopefully. Making pretty good progress here. So we dropped the steering column, just 2 bolts, let this come down, and that let the whole dash come forward, because the worst part of this is the bolts that are going to go in the back of the vents here. So you can see all the different assortments. We're trying to keep us together. Like these are all the Phillips, Tex, the long ones. Went to the dash gauge cluster. I'm going to try and not take this out because this is the old-fashioned style with that wire way back into there, and it's literally all mechanical on how it selects park, reverse, neutral, drive. So as you pull this down, it pulls a wire which moves that little arm back and forth. Quite old-fashioned. So Evan's pulling out all the instrument panel stuff here. This broke, which doesn't get replaced. At least I don't think it does. We'll have to figure something out for that. But you know what's a Cummins when you got hay coming out of your interior? Right now we're in cleaning mode, trying to get all the old pieces out. It's just like seeing that, like look how brittle this stuff is. It just literally falls right apart. Such garbage. But inside of here there's a bunch of hay and stuff, so I was able to get enough for the screws out to blow it out with the air gun. So we'll vac it all out, and then I'm gonna blow it with an air gun again and see if we can get any pieces to rattle around. Oh, looks like there's another piece I gotta take off. It's tough because the previous dash wasn't here, so I really didn't know where the mounting points were besides on the new one. You find little mounts like that were broken off. So we'll take a second look. I'll blow this out with the air gun, and we'll get the new dash in here. dash is in, and as you can see, it's the whole thing can be moved. So we got all the screws in the back where the vents go, up front, down the side, and next step is to get the bolt holes, can't even show you guys, that are right there that actually hold this dash all forward. Well, that wraps up this install. The last thing was to put the terminals back on the battery, but now that that's done, we're all finished because we were messing with the airbag on the passenger side, so you don't really want to risk that. Everything is in, all nice and pretty. The cab lights back on there. We got LEDs put in there. I don't think I showed that on video, but swap those out. 194, that's a 42 millimeter bulb right there for the LED conversion. But overall, the fit really, it came out great in terms of matching. The only place it doesn't match is on this bottom here. Now, I don't know if that's because this plastic faded differently or what the reasoning is on that, but over on like the airbag, like right there, it's an absolutely perfect match. Then the other spot was this bezel, and this fit really good. So it fit a lot better than what like the $30 eBay ones would fit. This one was like 180 or so, including the vents. So to have the vents in there ready to go was worth it. That way they're all clean on the inside and everything. So overall, very well put together kit. So with that being said, that wraps up this video of the second gen, the common problem that happens to every single one of them. I guess that's also a problem too, the horns just randomly go off on them. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching it. If you did enjoy it, give it a big thumbs up, tells YouTube that this was a decent video and recommends it to other people as well. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next video.